following a script, Gareth Swanepoel had no pressure and he brought the Elna Fox Kawasaki home in first place for the 9th consecutive time this year. Vormerans kept his championship hopes alive by finishing second ahead of Mahoney and Wheeler. The second heat of the Super Specials, and once again Bux Caroline in his Haas Chenoweth almost immediately pulled away from Jackie Hubert, Max Moore, Wolf-Peter Fumfai and Colin Frankenberg. Hubert had the misfortune of a puncture in the first heat and knew that he had a lot of work to do, but Bux Caroline had other plans and was extending his lead all the time. Through the tricky downhill left-hander he goes, and Caroline keeps his foot flat to extend his lead even further over Hubert. He lines it up beautifully for the 90-degree right-hander, and there's the gap to Jackie Hubert in his Jojo Klangs VW Beetle 4x4 Turbo. In third now is reigning champion Peter Fumfai in his WPP Sturmjager, having passed Max Moore in his WPP Footloose. Fumfai finished second in the first heat and was flying, pushing his car as hard as it could to get away from Moore and Frankenberg and to catch Hubert. But Moore wasn't going to let that happen if he had anything to say about it, and was keeping his WPP Footloose in touch with the WPP Sturmjager. This was the closest battle of the race, as Caroline was pulling away from Hubert in front of him, while Frankenberg was falling back. Fumfai designs and builds his own cars, thence the preface WPP before its name, and he also had a hand in Moore's WPP Footloose. It was the end of the road for Colin Frankenberg, his Scorpion coming to a halt with mechanical problems. While nothing was going wrong for Bux Caroline, his Haas Chenoweth steadily increasing his lead. Hubert's woes continued as he had to retire with another puncture, this time to his right rear tyre. Caroline went on his merry way, realizing that the only possible threat against his second victory of the day was now gone. Being a true racer, he was probably as disappointed at the situation as Hubert. Having won the first heat already, the co-leader in the championship was looking good to open up a lead over Hubert, who was credited with a 5th place in Heat 1 despite retiring with a puncture. Hubert was cruising around the circuit to get to his pits, and his misfortune also allowed Fumfai to move up into second position. This was equal to Fumfai's result in the first heat, so he was also on his way to a good points haul in round 3 of the championship. Caroline took his Haas Chenoweth home for his second victory of the day. In a disappointingly small field, all finishers scored points and in the same order as in the first race.
That's another easy victory, team?
Yeah, it was. Jackie spun another tyre off his rim, so there wasn't really a race in it, and I slowed down to see if he was going to come again, but obviously that was him out the race, so it was an easy win.
Back to the bikes now.